Everyone, in this video we are going to learn about transformations of functions. So far we have been discussing what a function is, what it can be used for. We looked at a very specific example of linear models, functions that are represented by straight lines. And so going ahead with this function thing, we're going to look at what transformations can be made for a function. Now, first of all, what does this transformation mean? Right, so there are a few, there's a set of transformation called translations. What those are is that's moving up or down or left or right. Okay, that's one way in which you can transform an object. The second one is reflections, right? So you can reflect about certain lines and think about what happens. The third one is stretching and shrinking. So we are going to first look at what these operations or transformations look like on the graph, and then we are going to try and figure out what they mean algebraically. So let's start with translations first. Now let's say you are given a graph for some function y equals f of x, and that looks like that. Now suppose I want to move it up. Moving it up would mean that I take each point, right, on the old graph, move up by 1, and I want to move it up by 1, then I will end up with something that looks parallel to it and is exactly 1 unit above it. Similarly, if I want to move down by 1, I would be exactly below the original curve, parallel to it, right? Now, what's really happening when you move up by 1 or move down by 1? So when you move up by 1, that really means you are increasing the output by 1. And when you move down by 1, you are decreasing the output by 1. Move down by 1 means you are decreasing the output by 1. So algebraically, what is happening is this. Move up means you are going from the function y equals fx to the function y equals f of x plus a. Move down means you are going from the function f of x to y equals f of x minus a. Okay. In particular, what this does is this moves the graph, this moves it a units up, and this moves it a units down. Yeah, so you are sending the graph up or down. For example, if you take the function y equals x squared and you have to plot, say, y equals x squared plus 3 and x squared minus 5, then all you have to do is you start with x squared. Now x squared plus 3 means you move it up by 3, which means now the vertex will be at 0, 3. Whereas x squared minus 5 means you move it down by 5, and now the vertex is 0, negative 5. And you can verify that this is correct because when x is 0, y is 3, right? That's why 0, 3. And when x is 0, y is negative 5. That's why 0, comma, negative 5. Okay, so these are called vertical shifts of the graph. Now here's an exercise that you can try. Go to desmos.com/calculator, okay, and then type out y equals x squared plus a. Now when you do this, there will be a small option that pops up which says add slider. Now click that. Then you'll get this thing with a slider on a, and move it around to see how the graph changes. Okay, so what you're expecting is when you make this move to the right, that is positive, the graph should go up, and when you make it move to the left, the graph should go down. Okay, so these are called vertical shifts, right? So vertical shifts, they happen when you add or subtract from the output. Okay, so that's all for this video. In the next video, we're going to look at its counterpart, which is horizontal shift, meaning how can we make a function, the graph of a function, move left and right. That's it for this video.